Sands is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Tea podcast.
With incomparable luxury, Sands leaves nothing to the imagination. To learn more, visit sandsnewyork.com.
We are the Long Island Tea, where we spill the tea.
It's true. We're from Long Island, so we say, how you doing? How you doing?
I don't.
We're in the middle of the vines.
Yes.
Because it's Memorial Weekend. So
It's
there's
kickoff. We're here. It's summertime. Long Island wine of the week.
I'm thankful for our hot teas.
Yes. That's like such a Long Island thing.
We're just talking about real life.
Right.
That's what we do. Welcome back to yet another very special episode of Long Island Tea, where we spill the tea on living your best Long Island life, which we are literally showing you how to do in this moment.
Oh my gosh.
I'm Kristen.
And I'm Sharon. Welcome back. And we are on the beautiful Shelter Island.
Amazing. And on site at the incredible the Pridwin Hotel. And is it a hotel or resort? The Pridwin. The Pridwin. That's all you need to know. It's the Pridwin. It's a definitely like resort-esque.
Oh my gosh. It's like a retreat. It's
and
amazing.
if people need to know, out of curiosity, where Shelter Island is, I always explain it to my family who's in town, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But you know, like Long Island is like almost like shaped like a fish,
like
right?
A fish, yeah.
And the end of it is like a little fishtail.
Yes.
And they always call it the North Fork.
Right.
Top of the tail, where the vineyards and Claudio's, all the places we talk
Farm
about
country.
are farms, harvest.
Yeah.
And the bottom part of the tail is the Hamptons.
Right.
The famous
Montauk.
Hamptons,
Yeah.
Montauk, all the way out to the Montauk Lighthouse at the end. And then in the middle of those, this seems weird, this gesture that I'm doing if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're not watching it on YouTube, you need to go to YouTube right now, discover Long Island and watch it.
Kristen's,
not only for my weird hand gestures, but for the incredible backdrop. But in the middle is this beautiful, like, time warp of a destination called Shelter Island.
Yes.
And on this beautiful island are so many treasures, including the Pridwin.
The Pridwin. And this resort is absolutely gorgeous.
Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. And we were talking about this the whole time. Melissa and I were talking about it, and then you got here and we were talking about it. It reminds you very much of Dirty Dancing.
It's just Dirty Dancing.
It is. If you can think of anything in the world,
if you want to live your Dirty Dancing dream.
Yes.
Curtis, the owner,
yes,
is going to come on and talk to us in a minute. And so remind me to ask him, do they do an end of the season dance-off party? And if not, they should.
They should. They really should.
We're going to tell them to do it.
They do so much here.
I honestly feel like that's a thing.
Yeah.
People would sign up years in advance.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you could charge premium for the Dirty Dancing experience.
We took a little tour prior to recording, and they just took us around and showed us the rooms and the cottages and things like that. And this resort has 33 rooms and 16 cottages, 1 and 2 bedroom cottages, where you can like literally walk out to your veranda, have coffee on your deck, look at this incredible
Now you have to
view.
go on YouTube and see the backdrop of behind us, which is the water.
The water.
And what you can't see is to the left of me is this dream-esque pool
with the little tiki hut.
With it looks like a tiki hut that looks like if the Hamptons and the Caribbean had a baby.
This is what
that's what the bar would look like by the pool. It's incredible, and it's just I mean, thank you to Scott for hosting us again, the incredible PR guru who represents these properties. If you remember, in the winter we were at Barron's Cove
during the holidays. We went to Barron's Cove,
and
for
I still
Christmas
have my
episode.
ski hat. I wear it all the time. And in fact, there's a beautiful tote bag here that you can get. Their merch is amazing, and I was just using my Barron's Cove
on 4th of July.
Yes, I use my Barron's Cove like it's my beach bag.
I know.
It's my go-to
it's
bag.
Become the bag.
My go-to.
And how many compliments did you get on it? They're like, where'd you get it? I'm like, Barron's Cove.
It's the best thing. It's big. It's enough for all your towels and your sunscreen and your stuff. And it's got little pockets.
And the quality.
Oh,
the quality.
You can tell. When the merch is good quality, everything, there's details.
There is so many details.
Detail-oriented. Oh, yeah, come on over. They're delivering cocktails right now to us because this is what your life could also be like if you stay at the Pridwin.
Oh, my gosh.
And you come out.
It's amazing.
And, but we'll get into more of the Pridwin and more of the details as to why we're here as well, and some of the nuances of this property, which are incredible. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
She's going to pour it. What is it? What is this?
This is our Pridwin red sangria.
Oh, of course.
And so we have our red wine, brandy, Cointreau, Prosecco. It is absolutely delicious on a really hot day.
Red wine, Cointreau, brandy, and Prosecco.
And muddled fruits of the season, of course. How can I forget?
Oh my gosh. So who needs a Long Island iced tea when you have a Pridwin Sangria? I mean, it sounds like it's got the same amount of liquor in it.
Cheers.
So I know, cheers. So Sharon, I haven't seen you in a while.
I know.
Because as you can tell, I'm on vacation.
Right. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining me today.
This is
on your vacation day.
No, I mean, there are worse places I could be.
You can't skip this.
So I guess, we start every show by saying, how you doing?
How you doing? I am fantastic.
I mean,
today.
That's a stupid question right now.
Like what we should,
how could you be doing any better?
Can't go wrong here.
It's summer on Long Island. And by the way, Sharon, I've been thinking about you all week because, finally, I've been saying I don't have a beach day. We haven't enjoyed summer because we've been working so hard. So it took some time off, and I'm taking more time off. But I took a day off of the vacation to come and do this podcast. But I'm like, I get it. Okay, fine. I'm always saying I love winter. I love fall. I love everything. I get it. It's Long Island summer. I'm in love.
You're in love.
I get it. I'm Team Sharon.
Yes, thank you. And you have to be reminded every year. You've been here for quite some while.
Every year I'm like, then I'm like, I'm hot.
Yeah.
Where's the fall? I'm like, I love summer.
And then you're here, and it's iconic, right? We're here on Shelter Island, which is, like we said, in between the North and South Fork. And you know what the best part about it is? You can get to it from either fork.
I love this. So my family's in town, as you know. Since I've seen you since last week when we filmed this podcast, just to recap.
Yeah, you left, and I think you were getting them at the airport.
I've had a sweet 16 party at my house. Tegan's remodeled her bathroom, which was apparently urgent. I don't know why that happened. Repainted it.
Oh my gosh.
My whole family came to town. Okay. They're all staying, squadding up in the house.
I love
Little children. We put the chairs away. It's all fine. And went fishing with my dad yesterday.
How'd that go?
Good. You can't tell. I looked a little bit like a lobster yesterday.
But it's tan and golden and beautiful now. See,
faded
you have
nicely.
Like Long Island blood now. See, you don't get sunburn.
But listen, I took every precaution. I was like, multi-layers of sunscreen, super goop on the face, the hat. Then I put the long sleeve shirt on halfway through. It's been a hot one, but it's been so much activity.
Oh yeah.
But it's awesome. So my sister's with me, and I stole her this morning because we got massages.
Oh, amazing! That's a good
she lives across the country, so we never get to see each other.
Right.
And I said, "Listen, I'm going to go film this podcast on Shelter Island. Do you want to come?" And she's like, "Sure do."
Yeah, I sure do.
So we took. The cool thing is, my GPS, because of where we were getting our massages, took us through the South Fork.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we drove to the Hamptons, a little bit Sag Harbor, where Barron's Cove is, and then we took the car ferry because you can only get here by ferry.
Right.
And there's a car, like you say, a car ferry to the South Fork and a car ferry to the North Fork.
And either one, they run every 15 minutes, so you can catch any ferry, and it's literally probably a 10-minute ferry ride.
It's it's so cute. You don't even need to turn your car off.
No, and they're like howdy when they get.
And the funny thing is, I was telling my sister, I was like, so interesting little inside tea about the car ferries to Shelter Island is, and it's a great way to come back and forth to the North Fork and the Hamptons if you don't want to drive
all around
in traffic. You just take the car ferry. Now there's two different ferries, South Fork and North Fork, and they're owned by two different families.
Right.
And they're generationally owned, and they're the only ones that can have the license to operate it.
And fun fact, they only take cash.
Cash only, people.
Cash only.
Don't come ill prepared. You are not getting on that ferry.
You are not getting on that ferry. Luckily enough, I'm sure there's an ATM. Local.
I'm sure conveniently.
They only take cash. Like that's your, like I said to Alyssa, I'm like, I wonder why.
And it's a different price.
Yeah.
Each family, whatever they decide.
And I love it.
Whatever.
And it's so easy. It's so easy. Like we were talking, I took the North Ferry because I was like, we were talking about the summer traffic in the Hamptons, and I was worried, and so I literally got to like Greenport at 11 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, here I am.
Oh shoot! You should. Well, now we can text each other, which has been a whole other issue. We haven't been able to text each other.
How you doing? That's an issue.
There's been some technical difficulties.
We can't text each other.
And anyway, but no, we're going to take the North Ferry on the way back. I wish I would have known because Monica and I were driving here, and Shelter Island is such a magical place.
It is. You feel so like it doesn't feel like I don't know. It feels so different.
It's like a time warp, literally.
Yeah.
So we're driving by this one place because she's been talking about getting oysters. So I was like, oh, it says Peeps Oysters in someone's like garage.
Yeah, love it.
In someone's like house. So we pull in.
Yeah.
And the guy comes up, hey, you want some oysters? He's like, they're not shucked.
Are they in your car right now?
No,
okay,
thank God. They would be. They would be if my sister hadn't asked a question, because I was like, yeah, we'll take some. And Monica's like, are they going to last in the car for a while? He's like, nope, they're sure not. He's like, do you have a cooler with ice? And I'm like, no. I have an air conditioner. He's like, no. So he's like, listen, just do what you're going to do. If you pick up a cooler with that, he's like, come back. I'll be out getting the oysters, but it's an honor system.
What?
And there's like money in the thing.
In a jar.
He's like, it's $1 an oyster. And then he's like, throw in a baker's dozen for yourself. Just throw in an extra one if you come back.
I love that. That's
what was it called, Monica?
Cute.
It was like Peeps. I can't. Oh, what is it? I gotta tell you, because it was.
That's so funny.
I don't know that we're gonna make it back, because it's the opposite direction we're going now. But we bought a hat. We bought some merch.
He sells hats?
He's got the merch.
I love that.
I'm telling you. And I just love it. I was like, here it is. It's called Peeko. No, she's right. Peeko. Peeko. And it's honor system.
You can
also Venmo him. It has his Venmo on there.
I love that.
And he's like, I'll be gone, but just here's the bags, and they're right here. I'm like,
so will they last the car ride?
Nope.
All right.
He said
you got to get a cooler at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, you got to get a cooler.
IGA out here.
So then we were like, okay, well, so we kept coming here, but we were like 40 minutes early.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a tour. I missed. So I was like, and I hadn't eaten yet. So then there's this little chalk sign on the curb, and it has a little glass of wine chalk picture.
I love that you see
and
that.
It just
says
I didn't
even see that.
12 to 6. I'm like, well, it's 1. So
let's go.
So
let's pull in.
So we pull in to the quote unquote wine garden.
I love that.
It was a garden.
The garden? Did you selling plants or no?
Hydrangeas, yeah. Oh, full garden.
Oh my gosh.
With beautiful Adirondack, just a whole lawn of all these different kinds of places to sit. Beautiful wines.
Oh my gosh.
And then there was a little truck there with artisanal cheeses.
Oh my gosh.
Because, Shelter Island.
So I'm really regretful that we can't text each other. Because
you could have met me.
I would have met you.
Magical. We're like taking Instagram. I'm like, I need to take. We were so weird taking pictures there, like multiple pictures, but it's so adorable.
I love it. I literally sat in the parking lot. I walked. I parked my car and I walked the streets of Greenport while I was killing time. But I just love it out here. It is so incredible. Like you said, it's a time warp. Even Greenport Village is very different. It's that coastal village, the Whaling Museum, everything.
It's so cute. I love all the different characters of all the different villages and parts of Long Island. And you know what? It's funny. I was just telling my sister, we always say, oh gosh, we should, every time I drive through Shelter Island, I'm like, I'm going to come back here. I'm going to stay. And then you never do, but you really should.
Well, this incredible resort is open now this year for the first time ever, is going to stay open until New Year's Day.
Yeah. So there's a lot. We're going to tell you about all the opportunities you can come and stay here. And we're going to try and help you make sure that even lifelong Long Islanders are not discovering Long Island as much as you should. Right. We all get in our little, I don't know, fiefdoms or our little,
you don't want to leave your own little village or whatever.
Your routine is what I mean to say.
Yeah.
But real quick, before we bring Curtis out and we're going to talk to him, how was your 4th?
It was amazing. I had my beautiful beach day.
Yeah, at Robert Moses,
Robert Moses. And funny enough, everybody was like, it's going to pour. It's going to pour. We were there all day. It drizzled for maybe 5 minutes. But on land, inland, everybody was like, it poured here.
So we went to Cedar Beach. Did you go, Alyssa, to Cedar Beach?
Lightning?
We left when it started pouring.
No, it wasn't raining when we were for the fireworks, but you could see lightning.
Oh, so we were there early. Okay. We got there at 4:00.
Oh, yeah, no.
So at 5, or maybe we were there for almost 2 hours. 6:00, this giant storm rolls in. It looks like Tornado Alley.
Not for me.
I know. It came after that.
Literally
on the South Shore.
Twister was gonna come out of the sky.
It did. I'll tell you. My friend's husband is a little petrified of thunder and lightning, and he's watching those clouds come in. I'm like, just sit tight.
Yeah, that's what Thomas was saying. I was like, load it up.
He's packing everything, and I'm like, just chill, hang out.
Fire Island was good. Oh, I can't wait to hear about it.
Yes,
I saw
Michael
was at the invasion.
Yes,
on Fire Island. I was watching you.
We posted it all over our social. It was
awesome.
It was fun. A lot of people.
Oh my gosh, that was so cool. Yeah, Michael I'm so glad our team was literally everywhere.
Out and about all over Long Island.
4th of July. But it was great. And then, so we went back. We packed up and left. And everybody else was waiting it out. And I'm like, we're done. We had the little kids.
Yeah, you had the babies.
We were wet, and I was like, and then we went to our house and it was beautiful. perfect weather, and we could hear the fireworks going off for a solid hour.
Right.
Solid. Monica's like, this is the longest fireworks show I've ever heard in my life.
I know. And then
Didn't
still
see
the
a single
neighborhood
one.
apps.
Didn't see a single one.
The neighborhood apps. Did you hear that loud bang? I'm like, it's 4th of July. Come on.
Are those gunshots?
Are those gunshots? No.
No.
Until midnight.
No. And
God.
And then anyway, so we watched the New York City fireworks, and Bree went to New York City, didn't she? Thank you so much. That looks beautiful.
We have our sea bass and stone fruit salad.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
This is like a full meal. There's a Okay, what's
and
this?
our beet salad with arugula, goat cheese, and toasted pine nuts.
Oh
my gosh!
that
it
is
looks
gorgeous.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
much.
They're feeding us. This is our taste of Long Island. Okay, so you had a good 4th, and
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I love 4th of July. I want to say that, along with Thanksgiving, are my favorite holidays.
Yeah. 4th of July is magical on Long Island. The storm was a little bit weird, but it's fine. We went home, and we had a great time with the kids, and I didn't see fireworks in the sky. I heard them for a solid hour all around our neighborhood.
Yes.
And then I went fishing yesterday with my dad.
Did you catch anything?
Yeah.
Okay. Where'd you go out of?
We go with Captain Eric out of Port Jefferson.
Okay, perfect.
And it's great. It's a 5-hour tour.
Yeah.
And you go out to the lighthouse, and more than anything, we were watching like yachts go by, like Overboard,
right?
Like the movie Overboard yachts.
Overboard with Goldie Hawn.
It literally looked like that exact yacht, multiple of them. And Tegan and Kenzie and me and my dad went, and it was so fun. And Tegan caught the largest fish. My dad was bitter.
Wait, do you guys bet? Who catches the largest fish?
No,
first?
my dad was not happy. And then Captain Eric knows my dad really well, so he was like rousing him the whole time.
I love it.
He's like, I don't even have to measure that one. Just throw it back. And then all of our fish, he would like, let me measure it. My dad was like, oh, you got to measure theirs.
I was hoping Mark would be here today.
No.
You're like, no.
No, there are some places I bring my dad. Shelter Island and the beautiful Pridwin is not one of them. But it was hilarious. And you know what? The thing is, I noticed afterwards, I was taking pictures, everybody fishing. It's so fun. No one takes a picture of me.
No. Did you ever read that social post or article or something about like stay in the picture? Make sure as a mom you get somebody to take your picture because your kids are going to look back one day.
Michael wasn't there.
Your social
Michael's like,
but like, how many women are like, no, I don't look good.
I'm
whatever.
Like, I finish. I'm like, no one bothers to take a picture of me.
Your kids want those pictures. So make them take it,
I said, like, afterwards, I just guilt them. Like, thanks for caring about your mom.
Right.
Treasuring the memory.
Right.
No. And
you should have had Eric take it.
And then I look at pictures of people, and they're like couples on a romantic vacation or a guy solo traveling, and I'm like, who's taking this picture?
Right. Selfie stick.
Okay, but they're action shots, and they're like, I'm like, what is this? You're setting up the tripod and then pretending to take a picture.
I saw this TikTok recently. It was like this dad.
Curtis coming out. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're ready for Curtis in a minute. Go ahead.
This TikTok recently was this dad that is like reposing as his kids' Instagram pictures. So
Oh,
he
that's
did this
funny.
whole TikTok
That's
about
funny.
it. Oh my God, it was so funny.
All right.
So we had Taste of Long Island with Curtis.
Yes, so we're doing a Taste of Long Island here at the Pridwin with the owner of Cape Hotels, right, Curtis?
Cape Resorts.
Cape Resorts.
Of course. So we have Curtis with us joining now, the owner of Cape Resorts, which includes the beautiful Pridwin, Barron's Cove. And Sag Harbor, and then also one on Cape May in New Jersey.
We have 4 hotels in Cape May.
Oh, gosh.
Congress Hall is 207 years old.
Wow.
The Virginia is 144. And Beach Plum Farm is one of our properties, as well as the Beach Shack.
Which was your first hotel?
The Virginia, we opened it in 1989.
Okay.
Wow.
And then you got the bug.
I got the bug.
Got the itch. He needed
We
to go
love
keep
these,
going.
classic summer resorts that have sort of a simple pleasure, old time vibe that have an air of nostalgia about them, and people just are drawn to them year after year after year.
It's so wonderful, and just try to get close so we want to make sure we hear you. I love, so I'm from the West Coast more, and I love this feel of the East Coast. And I remember the first
New England.
Yes, the first hotel like this that I fell in love with is my dad's from Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Oh, wow, great.
And we went to Wentworth by the sea. Have you been to that one?
Beautiful, beautiful property.
And you know what? When I first got there, I was obsessed, and I said, I swore it was the movie where they made that who is the original Superman?
Christopher Reeve. That was at the Grand Hotel in Michigan.
Yes,
actually.
but that's what.
Yes.
If you know that hotel with the Christopher Reeve movie, it was called A Place in Time, A Moment in Time. What is it?
Somewhere in Time.
Great movie, by the way.
Yeah, amazing.
And that's what it feels like. All of these properties, the Pridwin, it's so beautiful. Although we were saying it's like Dirty Dancing.
Well, it is, and this property itself was opened in 1927. That's how old it is.
And yet it's pristine.
Pristine.
I mean, we pull up
renovations,
and it's literal. Beautiful. The wood look, everything, it's historic looking and it feels timeless, but it also not a nick in the wood, if you know what I mean. It's perfect.
Right. It is. It's pristine.
Well, it needed a renovation after 95 years, so it was really an amazing project to work with the family that had owned it since 1962 and to help we renovated it top to bottom. I mean, we took it apart and put it back together. So there's all new wiring, plumbing, HVAC, fire suppression. But at the same time, when we reopened it, people came by and said, oh, it's still the Pridwin.
Yeah.
And that's the worry with these things, is that you can mess them up if you're not careful.
Yeah.
Sure.
You have to, it must be just a true labor of love, because what people don't realize is, like, right now it's beautiful and perfect and summer and magical, but the difference in the weather and being a coastal resort like this right on the water in the winters, you know, which can get, it's got to be a lot of wear and tear on a property. So it just takes maintenance takes that much more care and love and concern to keep it open.
Well, the other thing that we found through the years of renovating these lovely old hotels is that if you program them properly, you can extend the season. People want to be here during the holidays, and that's why we have so many fireplaces around. Each of our cottages has a fireplace. The main lobby has a wood-burning fireplace. So we cozy it up in the off-season, and there's a sweet security in tucking yourself in for a long weekend.
Yeah.
But summer is it's super peak time, and it's when it's strutting its stuff, and we're enjoying full season right now.
And I have to say, I mean, we're here mid-July, and it is absolutely beautiful and still so peaceful, even though it's probably slam-packed. But it's just beautiful. I mean, it's just such a different feeling being here.
That's the magic of the Pridwin, is that we're on just about 8 acres, and the cottages are spread around the campus. And so we can be full, which we are, but you don't feel like you're in a crush of summer. You're not packed and jammed. There's space to breathe and space to roam.
And when we took the tour prior to us recording, we had a little tour, and Jack, your general manager, was teaching us about the amphitheater.
Oh, yeah.
And all the wood and like the seats at the amphitheater are built from wood on this property.
So Curtis, and we're delivering some more food.
Yes,
okay, let's hear
absolutely. So
Which
these are our Pridwin deviled eggs, fresh from our chicken coop.
Oh,
here
thanks,
on campus.
Jillian.
Isn't that amazing?
Thank you.
Absolutely, of course.
I saw the chickens. I parked right by them.
Yeah.
I took pictures of everything. I was like, I didn't realize that they were making the deviled eggs.
We do.
From their eggs.
We do.
That's
amazing.
It's incredible.
We love backyard chickens. In Cape May at Beach Plum Farm, we have about 1,500 of them.
Whoa.
So we do deviled eggs as all our properties, and when we opened Pridwin and saw all this space, we felt like we've got to do a chicken yard here.
That's so cute.
And the guests love it.
I was telling Scott, your amazing PR guru, who we love, by the way.
He's so awesome.
I was telling him when I pulled up that my daughter is back from college. She's going to Arizona State, and she's back for the summer. And I tried to tell her when she came back, because I knew from Scott that this resort had just been redone, and I saw an Instagram post about your staff, and it looked amazing, and you have housing for your staff here, and they like live here the whole summer. It's literally like Dirty Dancing, and she's obsessed with that movie. So I told her, I'm like, you should work here during the summer, or Gurney's, or one of these amazing places. She's like, because she works at the Three Village, and she's like, yeah, I don't know, I like the Three Village, maybe next year, and I don't want to be, if I'm coming home, I kind of want to be home. And then I pulled up here, and I'm literally taking pictures of everything to show her, because I'm like, you are gonna want to live here for the summer. If you were a college age or in your 20s and you want a perfect summer experience, you should come work here.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't agree more. It's really part of the way I got roped into this business. Is I did the summer jobs at Congress Hall in Cape May when I was 16 and 17. I lived in the dormitory, and there is a Dirty Dancing vibe, but it's also getting to know the guest, The staff becomes very close. There's this residential feeling that just screams American summers, and I think it's a rite of passage. Plus, I think service industry jobs are great for young people.
Oh, absolutely. The skills that you
learn. So many life skills.
Yes.
Completely.
Well, Kristen had one really good question prior to you coming on. Does your staff at the end of the season do a dance-off?
We have lots of different seasonal ending traditions at the different properties. Here at the Pridwin, people like to run off the dock and jump in the water.
Oh,
so that's
fun.
an old tradition here at Pridwin. You've mentioned Dirty Dancing 5 times, and it comes up
it's just so
constantly.
Perfect.
So we do want to do a talent night in the Grove that's been created this winter, this season at some point. And I know we have a package in the works for the fall that will be a Dirty Dancing weekend.
I have the chills.
So fun.
I don't know, Scott, if we can announce anything yet about that. But we have the author of Dirty Dancing committed to coming for a September weekend. Is it? We'll get the dates.
We'll report it when it happens. So follow our social. Follow our social. You'll hear it from us
going
first.
To be a hoot. I can't even take it.
I swear, I feel like people will come from near and far to do that. That's such an iconic thing that kids and people of all ages. It's what, 25-year-old movie at least?
I would even more than that.
30. Yeah. I bet my daughter still watches it multiple times.
Yeah.
That's a great film. And this feels like it 100%.
It really does. And you're so smart to give, not only just, feed into the people, capitalize on it, but to give people what they want and something they can't get anywhere else. That is awesome. This property is truly magical, Curtis. And we also love Barron's Cove. And before you came on, we were talking about the merch too. You have incredible merch.
Incredible.
We both have this Barron's Cove version of the tote bag, and it's my beach bag. I took it 4th of July. The merch is high quality. There's a bunch of stuff here that Scott's positioning for the YouTube.
And it's so cool because Scott was telling us they do local trunk shows here at their merch closet.
Adorable.
And you also have the spa here. You have 2 treatment rooms where they have Osea spa treatments.
Very
those
bougie
products. Oh my gosh. We were taking the tour and the masseuse was telling us, she's like, in a normal spa, you kind of rotate clients every 15 minutes or whatever. She's like, I take my time. I need to reset. I do clients every half hour. That way I can set the room up, get everything ready, and it just smells so beautiful.
It's a relaxed pace,
it's amazing.
and it's nice. One of the new offerings that we have that we're very excited about is people have decided they want to experience both Barron's Cove and Pridwin on the same vacation.
Oh, wow.
So we have a little shuttle boat called Fred's Folly that goes from our dock over to Barron's Cove. So we've had folks that will stay 2 or 3 nights at Barron's, enjoy Sag Harbor, Main Street, all the restaurants there, take the shuttle over. We'll bring their car in the back roads.
Wow.
And then they can enjoy what Pridwin has to offer with the nature, the bikes, the water sports, the kayaks, the paddle boards, the hiking, Mashamek. There's so much on Shelter Island. It's such a rich place to relax.
Yeah, it is so peaceful here.
And it's, what I love about it, and then we've taken a lot of your time, and your staff is so incredible, but I love that it feels so safe and comfortable for families or for couples. Right behind us is this beautiful beach with the chairs, and I'm sure you guys, you go over there, you take care of everything, but and Sag Harbor too, it's walkable. It's, relaxing. We live in such a fast-paced, hustle-bustle, crazy world. The news, everything is so intense these days. It really is a place where you can just come and breathe and feel like together again.
Yeah, absolutely.
You watch the scales come off a family dynamic. They get here. There's, and by the way, it's very easy to get here, even though we're an island. But you don't have to use a car when you're here. This campus is big enough and self-contained. We have our bikes. We have ways to get around. And it is remarkable what happens if you allow yourself to decompress. This place is a perfect decompression unit because you get here and you can settle in and you watch the kids do their thing and the parents do their thing. We've had multi-generational families, 3 generations. Each generation finds a niche here that makes them happy.
You can totally see that.
It's truly a magical vibe. I was saying this pool over here is incredible too. You can't see it, but I said the pool bar is like if the Hamptons and the Caribbean had a baby. That's what the pool bar would look like.
We call it the Osprey Nest because we have these ospreys.
Yes.
That this is their dining room, the Southold Bay, and they're very active, and we get to watch them. So that bar is a great perch to see them have dinner.
I love that.
So awesome.
And when you drive in, you can see all the osprey nests on the way, and they were all there with their babies.
Yeah.
I was like, so that's perfect.
So
that's perfect. Can I ask you some tea? One more question.
Yes.
Do you clearly have a knack and an eye for these incredible properties and bringing them back to life that are very special? Do you have another one in your sights?
That's a great question. We always keep an eye out. You never know when a property like this could use some assistance. In Cape May, both of the hotels, the Virginia and Congress Hall, were really abandoned, and it was a rescue mission for sure, creating a market to bring that back. This hotel, the Petries family has owned it. They're our partners now, and they looked for us. They looked for somebody that could give it a facelift for 100 years, but respect the history of the last 100 years. They wanted it to be what it always had been for the island, but to be refreshed and new. So we do have our eye on some things, and we'll keep you posted if anything official comes up.
Well, wonderful. And if any of our hot teas, that's what we call our listeners, and we have, we're listened to, according to Alyssa, in 72 different countries. If they have a property like that, if you have a property in your neighborhood or in your village or in your country, Cape Resorts, give them a buzz, because clearly this is who you want the hands of your beloved property in. Somebody that's going to handle it with care and love. So thank you so much, Curtis.
Thank you
wonderful
both.
to meet
this
you.
was amazing. You guys do a great job with your show, and it's such a service to the community as well. So thank you.
Thank you.
For what you're doing, and enjoy your tea and your vacation.
Thank you.
so
we
much.
will. We'll be back. Thank you, Curtis.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, love Curtis, by the way.
He's so sweet.
We were talking we have another podcast that we do called the CSuite Tea, where we talk about professional and personal lives and living your best professional life. And one of the things we were talking about was doing something that gives you purpose.
Yes.
Right? Having a purpose.
Yep.
And this is lovely to see somebody like Curtis and Cape Resorts.
Yeah.
That does something with such a purpose and finds these beautiful, sometimes abandoned properties,
right,
and painstakingly restores them to
their original beauty, right?
To perfection.
I think
original, but better.
Better, exactly. And I think that's what it is. It's the historical, nostalgic feeling of the renovation that he has.
Yeah.
That mindset. You come here and you feel like you're set back in time.
Yeah. But I mean, if you think about it, what that does for a community as well,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
So this sits here on Shelter Island, and he talked about the ones in Cape May and the ones that he's looking at. I've been to, towns like, Winslow, Arizona or whatever,
right,
where there's a historic property that's abandoned, and you find the people that will restore it, and it revives an entire community.
Yeah.
I mean, and it creates jobs and resources, and it creates this vibrancy in the area. And not only that, every single person that's staying here right now creating wonderful memories.
Right. And you know what I loved what he said?
It's like amazing.
He even said, he's like, I think every child should grow up in the hospitality industry just to have that.
This is how I know he's a wise man.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
When you grow up and you learn so many skills about how dealing with people, and you see people in their best and sometimes worst.
Absolutely.
But it's really, I give him so much credit, and his team and the entire staff here, and we're so privileged and happy to be here. And Scott was also saying, so just so you know, the room rates, we're here peak season.
Right,
the room
we're
rates
mid-July.
range, $600 to over $1,000 in the cottages.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you want to come during the lower, like the winter, the winter months, it'll be a little bit less.
Yeah,
but you're getting a premier, pristine experience.
And like he said earlier, the fireplaces. You come here in the winter, you cozy up next to the fireplace. It's an amazing experience.
And they said, as Scott said, it was great. He's got a ton of girls' getaways.
Yeah.
Can you picture it?
I said we should have talked about this before we got here.
I know.
I mean, oh, come on. This is amazing.
This is, again, because it goes back like the safety and the fun, and you just can come and be with your girlfriends.
Yeah, and have your best Long Island life.
All right. I love it, love it, love it. So anything else from your 4th of July that you wanted to talk about? Because I have a little bit of, Long Island life.
No, I think, we talked a lot about the drive out here. It was amazing this morning. The ferry ride. It's incredible. I just love, it's iconic. Long Island.
Real quick, and before we go into Long Island,
yes.
they decided to pour us their beautiful cocktail. High tea that they serve during their brunch.
Yeah.
First of all, can you imagine brunch here?
No.
Perfect.
I love
it. It tastes like a really delicious lemonade, but it's got a homemade chamomile syrup. It's crazy. They're just taking such good care of us.
They really are.
Little Long Island life, and you were at Robert Moses Beach. Can we talk about sharks?
Shark attacks.
You knew that was going to come up.
I did. Did you see our good friend Chip? On
no,
talking about it. I mean, listen, it's summertime. Sharks are out. They're here. But funny enough, so Jones Beach, Robert Moses, we pull up, and I have 3 little kids, and all they want to do is play in the ocean at the beach. Like, what else are they going to do? And we pull up, and we're paying for our tickets or whatever, or parking. And the girl's like, just so you know, no swimming today. And I'm like, what? It's 4th of July. I'm here to plant. I'm here to be here all day. I have my kids. I got other kids meeting me, all this stuff. Because every 4th of July, I do like a whole beach party. Like, this is what we do. We go there really early. We beat the traffic. We pitch a tent. And we, pack a cooler. We get deli sandwiches and bagels, bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yes.
And we pull up, and she's like, no swimming today. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? And I'm like, can you say why? And she's like, no, they didn't really tell us why. And then my husband's like, do you want to know why, Sharon? There's probably sharks in the water. Come on. And I'm like, I didn't even think of that. But we were still playing by the seas, by the shoreline.
And they have drones doing it now. It's funny because Kenzie got up this morning and she went to Cupsog.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't care.
Was Cupsog part of the sightings?
I don't know.
Because I feel like it was Fire Island, Robert Moses, and Quag.
Well, and Fire Island, yeah. Were they letting you swim there?
No lifeguards.
There was no. Michael's
nobody's yelling at you.
There was nobody yelling at you on Fire Island. I mean, at your own risk.
At your own risk, exactly.
But also, if they're there, they're probably near Cupsog. Let's be honest, they're around the shore.
But I have to tell you, my brother is a boater, huge boater, and he and his kids, his sons, they're older. They went on a fishing trip last week, and he posted on his Instagram stories. There was a school of dolphins. Is that what you call it?
Oh yeah, I guess.
Probably 10 or 12 of them swimming right next to their boat and hopping out of the water. And I don't know who I was talking to. It was whether it was Alyssa or Shannon at work. They're like, how do you know it wasn't a shark? And I'm like, no, because it was purely a dolphin. Like, you see it in his story.
Did you see that footage of the paddle boater in Florida?
No.
Paddleboarding, sorry. And there was a shark right behind her.
No.
And you could see the fin and it was just like circling. I'm like, please no one tell her
that there's
because I'd immediately fall into the water if someone you could see it.
God.
I mean, it's everywhere. But it was funny for me because Kenzie was like, whatever, I'm getting in.
Yeah, I'm going. Cupsog is beautiful. I would love to go there.
Cupsog is our favorite, because it's probably equidistant than Robert Moses, but it's different directions.
Yeah.
So there's so many great beaches. Love it. Sharks and all. There's drones.
Yeah.
The drones are patrolling.
Lifeguards.
They'll keep us informed.
We're all right.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Go in the water.
Summer on Long Island.
I know. We're like, this is how you know I'm actually a native Long Islander.
You know what? I feel like we're so SNL right now. We're like, it's fine. Just go in the water.
But that's a total change of pace for me because I was always like, there are sharks. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, that's fine. It's part of Long Island life.
It's in your blood now.
I know. You can't get over it. Do you have any? The only real celebrity I have is. Remember we were just talking about the agency?
Yes.
It's a real estate agency called The Agency. And it's very famous because Mauricio, who owns the agency in Beverly Hills, his wife is Kyle from the Housewives of Orange County or Beverly Hills. And they're famous and they're so cute and they're the best couple ever. I love them. And they're opening up agency offices here. They have them on Long Island now.
Right. I think the first one was in Bashaw, my hometown.
Yeah, you're right. And anyway, and so they just announced they're not officially getting divorced, but they're separated, living in the same house. 27 years.
Aye.
You know, marriage is tough.
Yeah, it is.
I love both of them though. It's tough when it's one of your favorite couples and you're like, I thought you were gonna make it. I hope they do. It's not official.
They spent like 4th of July together with their family.
Michael says
co-parenting.
Kenzie's the one that told me, because they're always like, Kyle is the housewife you would be. Right? It's like, I love her. And then I was like very devastated. And Kenzie's like, I don't believe it. I think they're fine.
They're fine. They'll come back together.
Michael says they're not fine, but
they're separated so they could figure out what to do.
Yeah, I just think that they're both so cute.
I don't know. I'm not a Housewives follower.
I know. So that's pretty specific, T. Any other celebrity? Because I have some. Otherwise, I have a little bit of anxiety before we close up.
Okay.
Tell me yours.
No, I was just going to talk about. I know it's late to the game, but like the Travis pregnant signs on every meme is hysterical.
Only reason I hate that, because Kenzie posted that too, like Delta Gamma is having recruitment, like that sign.
That's so funny.
But her outfit,
I know.
It's so gross.
But I love Court.
They're my least favorite couple. I can't take them. Oh,
we got some kids
running by. I love there's like little kids running up from the water right now from the pool with their Battleship Galactica board game.
Like, what is happening?
If you want to know what it's like at the Pridwin, this is real.
This is real life.
This is just like family fun with his little lobster swimsuit. That just happened.
They probably got at Edie's gift shop.
I love it. It's probably like a Vineyard Vines. It was $1 million. I know, but that's okay. No, I hate her. They drive me insane.
The Kardashians. Yeah.
Well, especially
Court and Trav.
I don't know.
I mean,
what about you, Michael?
Least fave.
Oh, least fave, but he loves the Kardashians, so we can't say anything about the Kardashians.
We can't talk smack.
Because you know what? They've been so good to Michael. And you know what?
Courtney, not so much.
Oh, well, then
like,
we can talk smack
talk
then.
It all.
Any
news on Madonna? Do we know what's going on?
No, I can't talk about Madonna.
I know, but do we know if she's like, recapping?
She's really weak.
Oh,
really weak.
Still?
Okay.
She's just weak.
All right.
How is it possible? I can't deal with anything happening to Madonna right now. I can't deal with it.
Nope.
This is I can't. Madonna, pull it together.
Come back.
If I don't go to your tour, I'll live, but I do have tickets. So
I'm so jealous of that.
It's fine, but just get better.
Yeah.
That's all I request at this point. If you cancel your tour, I'll get my money back. It's fine, but like,
I need
just
you,
get
Madonna.
Yeah, I can't have anything happen to Madonna right now. A couple of anxiety things.
Okay.
Speaking of Cape May in New Jersey, did you hear that the New Jersey dog park had to close after a coyote attack?
Your biggest fear.
I've been telling you people.
God.
No, I've been telling people on the East Coast that think coyotes are fine. They're not fine.
Cute. No.
They're not fine.
Okay.
And then the other big news, have you heard about Threads?
No.
Launched last night. Oh, Michael's on it, of course.
No, we're on it. Discover Long Island.
Discover Long Island's on it.
What is it?
Yeah, Bree just said it.
So Threads is the new version of Twitter.
Okay.
It launched last night. It was launched by Meta.
Okay.
Listen, Twitter's been having struggles ever since it's been taken over by my favorite, Elon Musk. And he's crazy, obviously. And they're struggling, and he's implementing. So Meta swooped in and started a new platform called Threads.
Okay.
You can download it on your app store.
Have you done it personally yet?
I have not done it yet.
Okay.
Apparently, Discover Long Island's on there because we have the best social media team on the planet.
Like that.
Thank God for our team. And we're on there. So follow Discover Long Island if you're on Threads. But it was so funny because I was watching it on News 12. And the number of times, I felt like it's the number of times we said Dirty Dancing on this episode.
Yes, yeah. They're like
the number of times they were like, it's like Twitter. And the way it's set up like Twitter, and you tweet, but you're not tweeting because it's not Twitter, but it's like Twitter.
Oh,
and I was like, okay, we get it. I'm like, say like Twitter again. And she's like, and then like Twitter.
And like Dirty Dancing.
I was like, we should play a drinking game every time she says it's like
so
Twitter.
Funny. I don't know about News 12 lately.
It's been
questionable.
I agree with you. One more thing, and then we'll wrap up. Oh my God. Okay, speaking of News 12 and Optima, oh my God, I just dropped my phone. So right before, the other thing that happened, because we're going on vacation tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
We missed this whole segment.
No, I'll tell you about it when I get back.
Wait. It's your birthday.
Oh, yes.
Your birthday's coming.
Yeah, that's true.
My gosh.
Yeah.
It's your big day, and I got you something.
Oh, my God. Sharon. I hate it when you do this.
It's just a little something. Stop it. But it's your birthday. You're going on a Euro trip.
Oh my God, I'm going on a Euro trip.
I can't wait for you. I'm jealous.
Which, by the way, my birthday trip is... So, I'll tell you a story. Thank you. Do you want me to open it now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll open the card later. Can I do that?
Yes.
So, funny story is my birthday is this week. My little sister's birthday is in June. Oh, perfect. Oh, my God.
For your Euro trip.
I literally was trying to shop for something like this yesterday. I was like, I need something.
A little fanny pack.
Yes.
Which it's not called fanny pack these days, right? What is
I was
going to
call it like an over-the-shoulder or like a over-the-shoulder bag. Yeah. Sharon. Yay. I literally was shopping for this yesterday.
Happy birthday.
You're so wonderful. Thank you. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. The beautiful Swarovski bracelet. That's gorgeous.
Everybody compliments me on mine all the time, and you, every time I wear it, you're like, I love that bracelet.
Oh, you are the best. I love you.
I love you.
Thank you. Here's a funny story about that. So my sister's birthday's in June. My birthday is July 9th. Mm-hmm. And my older sister's birthday is July 13th.
Right.
4 days.
Right.
She's 5 years older than me, but 4 days apart. And it drove me insane my whole life. My whole life.
Competition.
I hated this because my sister was 5 years older and I was like a
Because that's a big difference.
Yeah. And it was like the Breakfast Club. She was like the Judd Nelson and the Ali Sheedy, very like goth. Yeah. And I was like the Molly Ringwald and the Bowhead. And we were very different. and we weren't rich, right? So my mom would make us celebrate our birthdays together.
Right. But
like we would have a birthday party. We would literally have a sheet cake.
I was going to say 2 separate cakes or what?
One giant sheet cake that we would split in half. Mm-hmm. And half of it was decorated like a swimming pool for me. And my mom didn't know what my sister liked ever because she was like, different.
A teenager, yeah.
So she would have like a crab for cancer. It was bad. And so I'm like, half of my cake was always a weird design.
Oh my God.
And I hated it.
Yeah.
All growing up because my sister's friends were just different. And I complained about it. And then once I got older, I loved it.
Yeah.
And then my sister and I would go karaoke together. We would all hit the bars together. It was great.
Yeah.
We loved it. We was like, it's our birthday. And then I had my first daughter, Kenzie.
Yeah.
Her birthday, July 16th.
Yes.
1 week to the day of mine.
Yeah.
Great. And then I got pregnant with Tegan 3 years later, and her due date was July 16th.
Right.
Exact same day as Kenzie. Then, this was the whole thing. I think I've told you this before, but then I wanted her I was obsessed with her being 7707. Had to be the day. I decided 7707, and my doctor would not honor my wishes.
Right.
And induced me
early,
because of the date that I wanted. This was even before Instagram, and I was obsessed with 7. So then it was like, okay, I'll do 7-Eleven because then she gets a free Slurpee. Mm-hmm. And then she didn't come on that day, so it was 7/12. So literally 4 days. Mm-hmm. So within 1 week, it's my birthday, Kenzie's, Tegan's, and my sister's.
It's so funny.
So we're on a European vacation to celebrate all of our birthdays.
I love that.
They've all purchased a brand new wardrobe.
You have not?
No, I haven't purchased anything.
Why?
I don't know.
For? You leave.
Like there. Get your wardrobe.
Yes.
Well, yeah. But you know what? We were saying that. Get your wardrobe in the UK.
Yeah.
But have you ever shopped in Europe?
Yeah.
You're like 3 sizes bigger.
Oh.
It's offensive.
That is offensive.
It's humbling. It's not okay. It makes you feel bad.
Oh, no.
UK, get it together with your sizes. Anyway, enough of that. When I get back, we're going to take a week off.
We're going to take a week off.
Next week.
Summer little vacation.
Thank you so much, Sharon. I am totally going to put this to great use.
So
this
glad.
is so what I needed. You're the best friend.
Happy
Thank you so much.
birthday.
I love you guys. Thanks,
love
team,
you.
for coming out to the Pridwin. Thank you,
We have a
Pridwin.
giveaway.
Oh, what's our giveaway?
It is going to be a dinner or brunch for 4 here at the Pridwin.
Oh my God.
gosh.
Michael just announced we're doing a giveaway, a dinner or a brunch for 4 here at the Pridwin. And you have to come and try this beautiful, what's it called? The tea.
High tea
cocktail and the sangria and the salads.
And the deviled eggs.
I had one of these deviled eggs were amazing.
Oh my
That is
gosh.
incredible. Make sure you're following our social. If you want to get me a gift, hot teas, your gift to me could leave a 5-star review.
Leave a review.
And just, go online, DM us, tell us happy birthday and why you listen.
Oh,
I mean, I would love to hear from you. And I really want to thank the whole team and the Pridwin team here as well. And when we get back, we're taking a week off. When we get back, I'll fill you in on my Euro trip.
Yay!
Here we go. I'm sure there'll be stories.
Tune in.
All right.
The Long Island Tea Podcast is brought to you by Discover Long Island. For exclusive access to contests and promotions, follow Long Island Tea Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And for questions, comments, and collaborative inquiries, email spillthetea@discoverlongisland.com.